Hey guys, Harry here from the Art Gear Guide. Thanks very much for joining me tonight. As you can see here, I've got a review of the AFMAT rechargeable pencil sharpener. This is the model PSD1. Now, I've done a review of the AFMAT sharpener before. It was a different one. It was like a pinky purpley one, and it wasn't too bad. It sharpened quite well. It had like an auto feed system on it. I'll have a link for that review down below if you want to go across and see that one. But they reached out to me again and they asked me if I would do a review of this particular sharpener. And when they showed this to me, I thought to myself, yeah, I really want to try this one because it's, as you can see here, it's bigger. It looks more like a professional type sharpener. Now, you have to excuse the way I'm recording this tonight, guys, because I'm going to be using two camera angles and I don't know which is the best until I'm going to be editing the video footage. But anyways, you can see here, it's it looks more like a professional sharpener that a colour pencil artist would definitely use. But as you can see here on the bottom, there are these little sticky pads which stick down to the surface, and they do stick down really, really well. You can see here that they are screwed on, because I know that sometimes some of these sharpeners come with these little sticky pads, and the sticky pads themselves are like, they're kind of like snapped on with another little piece of plastic, and they don't, sometimes when you lift the sharpener off the desk, sometimes it removes the sharpener completely from these little pads. But these are screwed in, so they're not coming off. So it sticks down well onto the thing. Now, as you can see here by this dial, there are 6 different sized holes, 3 triangular shaped and 3 round, all different like pencil widths, which is what this is really good for. So for like the really big pencils, it's going to sharpen quite well. So let me just give you a rundown of some of the stats. So they reckon a round pencil or hexagonal, a 10.5mm is the biggest barrel size that it will take, or triangular pencil, because they are obviously a little bit bigger because of the way it is, the shape of it. A triangular pencil it will take 11.2mm. Now, if you think the Derwent pencils, the Derwent drawing pencils, and like the Derwent Lightfast, they are some of the chunkier pencils that are about, and they are around about 8mm, the barrel size. So you can see there that with the maximum being 11.2mm, it's quite a size difference there. One of the really cool things about this sharpener is, so let me just turn it round to the back here. As you can see on the back here, there's a USB-C charger. Now, you can charge this and use it without the cable, or you can just plug the cable in and use it with the cable in it. Now, when the cable plugs into it, you'll see there that there's a little light here, and it flashes blue and red until it's fully charged, and the light will stay blue. Now, in terms of the battery and how long it'll last and that kind of thing, so they reckon that the battery duration per charge, so it'll take about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours to fully charge. Once you've fully charged the battery, it will give you about 600 to 700 sharpenings, depending obviously, but that's just a rough estimate. And the sharpening speed is, so if you've got like a brand new pencil, it's not sharpened at all. Like sometimes the Dixon Ticonderoga pencils, the graphite pencils, they come unsharpened, so it will take about 4 seconds to fully sharpen that pencil. Or if the pencil is a little bit sharp, then it should take about 2 seconds. But these are all, don't forget, these are all just, rough estimates, just to give you an idea as to how long it's going to take. the lifespan of the sharpener as well, in terms of the how many pencils it's going to sharpen, or resolutions that the blade will do. It says round about 10,000 resolutions, 10,000 pencils. To empty the sharpener, you just slide out this tray, and you can see here it's quite a sizable tray. So the collection of sharpens in here, you're not going to be emptying it every 5 minutes or anything like that, and it just slides straight back into place really easily. The actual sharpening mechanism, as you can see here, I'll have some images popping up as well just to give you a better look. It's just like this barrel blade that you see in so many hand crank sharpeners or electric sharpeners. Now, so I have a series of pencils here. I'm going to show you this sharpener working. I've dug out all of the pencils that I can think of. So just to give you an example here, I have the Caran d'Ache Flow, and the Caran d'Ache Flow is 6.2. It's a hexagonal. It's a 6.2 millimeter core with a 9 millimeter hexagonal barrel. Another really awkward pencil to sharpen is the Koh-i-Noor Aquarelle Magic. Now this is a triangular barrel. It's a 6.1 millimeter core with an 8.9 millimeter barrel. The triangular pencils are always some of the hardest, I think, to sharpen. This is just an old W.H. Smith's pencil. It's a triangular barrel, as you can see here, 4.0 millimeter core with a 7.2 millimeter barrel. And then by far the hardest I find I'm talking about a handheld sharpener here, is these square pencils. This one here is from Marco, and the Marco pencil is a 3.4 millimeter core with a 6.3 millimeter barrel. So I've only got a couple of pencils that it's really going to test. I also have a Faber-Castell Albrecht Magnus. So that's quite a hefty core size as well. That's a 6.1 millimeter core with a 9.1 millimeter barrel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these pencils sharpening. And by the way, incidentally, all of them are not very sharp. You can see there, hopefully. You can see that not all of them are sharp. And I've also thought as well, let's get some of the thinner pencils in here as well. So I have the Prismacolor, very thin, and the core on that, it's a hexagonal barrel. Core on that is 2.5 millimeter, 6.7 millimeter barrel. And I think I have a color erase in here as well somewhere, but I'll come to that. Now, I've got 3 pastel pencils. Now, they say not to use pastel pencils in these things, and I would highly recommend that you don't. But I'm just going to give them a try. So I've got a Carbothello, a Durban pastel pencil, and I've got one of the bigger pastel pencils in terms of the barrel size, which is the Conte pastel pencils. The Conte pastel pencil is a round barrel with a 5.0 millimeter core and an 8.5 millimeter barrel. So I'll use these 3 last. I'll put them to the side for now, and we'll get cracking on some of these other pencils. So I'm going to start off here with the Koh-i-Noor Aquarelle Magic. I'm sure a lot of you know this pencil. So I'm going to bring this round. Now, this doesn't have an automatic feed, but it does have an automatic stop. So you've just got to put it around to the bigger one. You've just got to push it in and hold it, but it will stop. It'll automatically stop when you push it in. So let's have a look. So there you go. and you can see there how well it sharpens. Now that just stopped automatically, or it kept turning round, but it doesn't sharpen. You can feel it. The only thing I would say about this sharpener, and it might be a problem for anybody with arthritis or anything like that in their fingers or their hands, when you place a pencil in here, it's quite powerful. So you've really got to hold on to the barrel of the pencil. You got to keep it steady and let the blade rotate around. So I'm going to use the Caran d'Ache Flow. Don't forget, it's a 6.2mm core, 9mm barrel. So put that into the biggest round hole. And there you go. I tell you what, I really could have done with this sharpener when I was doing the review of the 500 pencils from Color. I think it was Color. Next up, I'm going to do the Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer Magnus. You can see there the Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer Magnus, and that is hexagonal barrel, 6.1mm core, and a 9.1mm barrel. So again, just push it in. So you can actually hear it, like, just it spins around, and you can feel that it's not sharpening. And again, a really nice point on it. Next up, we'll do this is just an ordinary Caran d'Ache Pablo. So again, a hexagonal barrel. We'll bring it round to the middle size hole here. I think that's probably, yeah, the middle size one. So the dimensions of the Caran d'Ache Pablo, like I say, it's a hexagonal barrel, 3.8mm core, and a 6.8mm barrel. And there you go. Really nice point on it as well. Does the job really nicely. Next up, I'm just going to use a Derwent Lightfast pencil. The Derwent Lightfast is a round barrel, 4.1mm core with an 8mm barrel. So put that into the center one again. There you go. Really nice. You can see there the sharpness coming into the bottom of the collection. Caran d'Ache Luminance. The Luminance is a round barrel, 4mm core, and a 7.9mm barrel. Again, really nice point on it. Next up, I'm going to do the Prismacolor Very Thin. So again, hexagonal barrel, 2.5mm core, and a 6.7mm barrel. So I'm just going to put that into the smallest hole. It didn't take very long at all there. You can see there it's done a decent point on that. You can see here, looking at this, it's not very centered, the core, so it gives you this bad finish. Next up, I'm going to use the Marco, the Marco Square C800. Again, that is 3.4mm barrel, or sorry, 3.4mm core, and a 6.3mm barrel. I put that into the medium one. Now, I found these square pencils are a nightmare to sharpen with a handheld sharpener. And there you go. Gives it a really nice point. Now, I know some other sharpeners, they will pull it back much further to give you a much longer core, something like the Derwent Super Point. It all depends what you're after, really. Next up is the Faber-Castell Polychromos. We all know this pencil. It's a round barrel, 3.8mm core, and a 7.6mm barrel. So you can see there, it's not properly sharpened. Again, it just, it's like cutting through butter. and the blade in here is really, really powerful. Going to use this triangular pencil. This is a W.H. Smith's one. Again, it's 4.0 millimeter core and a 7.2 millimeter barrel. But like I say, it's triangular. It's another one of those pencils where it's a nightmare to sharpen with a handheld sharpener. And there you go, nice sharp point in no time at all. This is just another W.H. Smith's one. I'll just sharpen it for the heck of it. There you go. Next up, I've got a Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle. So it's another quite chunky pencil. Hexagonal barrel, 4.4mm core, and a 7.7mm barrel. So I'm going to have to use the bigger one for this. There you go. No problems at all. I've got a Prismacolor for this one. Prismacolor Premier. These are notorious for breaking in sharpeners, or when just when you're sharpening them, that kind of thing. So I thought it's a good idea to always put a Prismacolor through the test. It's a round barrel, 3.1mm core and a 7.4mm barrel. So I've got it going into the smallest one here. And there you go, sharpened it no problem. Next up is Prismacolor Color Race. Again, 2.5mm core. It's a hexagonal barrel and 6.7mm barrel. Sharpens really, really lovely. I've got a Koh-i-Noor pencil here. That will need to go into the center one. This one here is a it's a hexagonal barrel, 3.2mm core and a 7.2mm barrel. That was like almost right down, so it took a little bit longer, about four seconds. Right, so next up I'm going to try these pastel pencils. I've not tried them, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But AFMAT do say not to use pastel pencils in these, but I'm still going to give it a go. So up is the Carbothello. Carbothello's a round barrel, 3.9mm core and a 7.2mm barrel. There you go. It's given it a nice point there, especially for a pastel pencil. Like I say, I wouldn't recommend using this for pastel pencils because they don't recommend it. Next up is a Derwent pastel pencil. Again, round barrel, 4.0mm core with a 7.8mm barrel. Nice point on it there as well. And finally, I'm going to try the Conte. The Conte is a round barrel, 5.0mm core with an 8.5mm barrel. So let's see if this does. Right, so you can see there that this hasn't, it's cut it off, it's broke it, which is to be expected. The best way, I mean, loads of people talk about doing pastel pencils. The best way to do them is just to use a craft knife. I think the ingredients in a pastel pencil just ends up blunting the blades and all kinds of things, gives you all kinds of long-term problems. So just using a craft knife is probably the best. But as you can see there, with all of the pencils that it ran through, it did a really, really good job of all of them, even the big ones, the triangular ones and the square ones. So I think this is excellent. In terms of, like I said, sticking on to the the desk here. Let me just show you. So it's firm on the desk. Like I said, the only thing I would say is when you first put a pencil in to try it, if you do get yourself one of these, hold on to the pencil tight just until you get used to it, because it is a powerful motor in here that turns the blade to sharpen the pencils. And if you don't hold on tight, the pencil will just fly out of your hand and spin round. Now, it's not going to cause any damage, but it's just something to be aware of. I really enjoy using this AFMAT pencil sharpener, and I think it's definitely going to be sitting on my desk. I'll definitely be using it, because when you're working on a project, right, the go-to sharpener that I always use is this little M&R sharpener, and this is fine for like when you're doing just needing to sharpen a couple of pencils. It gives a fantastic point on it. The blades you can change, that kind of thing. But if you're sat doing a long project and all you want to be able to do is just put your pencil in, pull it out, and it's sharp. You don't want to have to be sitting there, because it's time consuming as well using a handheld sharpener. Something like this will cut your time down quite dramatically. Anyway, guys, if you've got any questions about this, please let me know in the comments section. If you've used this before, let me know your own personal experience in the comments section down below. Or if you've got any recommendations of really good electric sharpeners or battery sharpeners, let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll definitely get round to reviewing them and showing people. I'm always asked about these electric powered sharpeners, so it's something I need to do more reviews of to help people out whenever it comes to buying sharpeners. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Bye.